what self-love really is about. It's not just about loving the things about yourself that you learned that are lovable, that you're pretty, that you are ambitious, that you are smart, but it's also about working with those resistances and with this shame in yourself of the parts that you don't want to be. And the way you can imagine shadow work, and this is my favorite example, is you are born into this beautiful castle that is your personality. Just imagine like the most beautiful castle. Mine's always like pink and golden and silver and everything. And you can imagine that this castle has so many different rooms and corners and everything. And throughout your life, you have people come over to your castle and they see a certain room of yourself and they're like, "Ooh, that room's ugly," and you feel shame. So shadow work is a lot about shame, and you feel shame about that room of yourself, aka that part of yourself, like that you're lazy, for example. You close up that room, you throw the key away, and you move on. Then the next person comes over, they see a different room and they're like, "Ooh, that's a gross room. Why do you have that room?" And you lock the room and throw the key away. And so it keeps on going. Maybe you go to other people's castles and you're like, "Wait, they don't have that room that I have. Let me just go home, lock my room, throw the key away so no one can ever find out that that room is also part of my castle." And at some point, all you have left is a few rooms that you go back and forth in, and you know that these other rooms are still there, and you're still afraid people could find out about them, and they weigh down on you. And the thing is, though, the castle can't work without all rooms being open and being accessible. So, for example, even though the bathroom might not be a pretty room, you locking that room takes away the ability for you to use the bathroom, which will in the end make your whole castle be disrupted. And that really is what shadow work is about. It's about reclaiming those rooms and seeing that even though the bathroom might not look pretty in certain moments, it's still very necessary, and that actually makes that room pretty.